Traveling across country on motorcycle is an experience you will likely never forget. We set out on a journey to explore some of the nation's most diverse terrain. 5 states, 3 friends, 1 adventure.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 2021 Shred Boys Road Adventure. We got Nick Moto.
All we did was shred.
Big C Shreds. And I'm Yamaha 22. We went on an epic adventure. We started out from our homes, meeting in Las Vegas. We traveled to Page, Arizona, and hung out at Lake Powell. We traveled from there to Gooseneck State Park. After that, we head into the passes of Colorado for some chilly riding. Hung out for 2 days in Moab. We hit the Highway 70. We ended up camping out in Bryce. We've rode the entire Dixie National Forest from east to west.
5 states, 2,500 plus miles, lots of pavement, lots of dirt, some twisties, yeah, a lot of fun.
Out there on the road, pushing the bikes.
We prepared for this trip in a few different ways. Nick got a Yamaha FJ09 for the trip, while Yanni was riding his trusty BMW 1250 GSA, which was equipped with all the tools and everything we needed for the road. I was riding my Kawasaki Versys 650, equipped with hard panniers, crash guards, and adventure foot pegs. We brought with us our camping equipment, waterproof riding gear, boots, extra clothes, cameras, cooking utensils, and some extra beers we found along the way. That was all we needed to have a good time traveling these lonely open roads. This is day 1 of the trip. I'm going to meet up with Yanni right now. We're heading out to Vegas from Fresno. Nick met up with us. He left a day early, camped in Alabama Hills. As we were pulling into Las Vegas, seen a guy pulling up next to me, and it was Nick. Like everything on the trip, and timing-wise, worked out really good.
Peaceful first night on the road, just camping by myself, and then meeting you guys in Vegas was the jam.
We're gonna hit the road today. Got an easy day today, actually, right? We're starting it off easy because we only got 4 hours of riding. Nice. So we're gonna do 4 hours of riding all the way to Page, Arizona, right on Lake Powell.
Northern Arizona, southern Utah.
Nice.
Get to Lake Powell.
We left Vegas this morning, blew into St. George, and then went from there and just came up in here to Zion. It was a freaking smooth ride. Finally got to whip the helmets off a little bit on some of these slower roads. I'm just gonna mosey our way through the park here, no rush.
Nick's buddy Clint met us in Las Vegas on his Harley and rode with us for a couple days.
Yeah, so he rode with us from Vegas and camped with us for a full day. That was fun having him along, totally.
Yeah.
I wish he could have caught some more states with us. I think he'll be along for the next trip.
about to go camp out at Lake Powell.
Oh my god. Horrible. Oh my god.
I went off the road in Zion.
A little scare at the beginning of the trip. Day, rode that Harley off-road a little bit. Got to ride on the beach down Lake Powell.
Feather the clutch through here. Yeah, the Harley did really good in the deep sand, which was surprising, and we were able to get to this campsite. So we get to this campsite out in the middle of nowhere in Page, Arizona, and we set up, we're hanging out. It's our first night as the group camping.
We're on the border. We're on the border of Utah, Arizona. Right on the border. Freaking great day of riding. We rode all the way from Vegas today, which is crazy. I feel like I did not start in Vegas. First time in Zion for me. Yeah. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm coming back. I'm going back for sure.
You see Montana stash.
Rocky Mountain. We see these triangles in the sky, and they're literally like moving unison, you know, and I like tipped everybody off. I'm like, yo, guys, look at this. This is crazy. That is some UFOs. Oh my God.
What the fuck? Turn your light off.
100 lights lined up in a straight line, shooting over the horizon in an unearthly fashion.
And we're all tripped out. We're like, damn, we just saw some UFO shit. 10 minutes goes by. Next thing you know, we see a squadron of UFOs. It looked like a light sword. It was so unbelievable. It was so crazy. And it's all these ships creating this thing. And then all of them go up and these other ships fall down to the end to make sure everybody gets in. And then it all goes in and they all get sucked in. And it's now I'm sitting here waiting for the next show.
Oh yeah, no weight keeping up, I think. Shit, not unless it drops off over there. Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
So we're right here. We're trying to make it up to but we're just flying by the seat of our pants on what's going on here, busy.
A lot of wind. I slept in a hammock like a dumbass. No insulation under me. I was pretty much up all night, so it's alright. I can power through, get some coffee.
We started in Goosenecks.
Yeah, Gooseneck State Park, which is a super hot, windy desert all the way to Colorado.
Monticello is further. Let's mob out a whole tank of gas that way. You can always go south back down on the 160 down, like we could exit the park still out there towards the border, and then go south. And then this border is good. All the way back to Four Corners.
Yeah, you can put your camera in my pannier if you want, but I think you can probably find a garbage bag.
Finally hit a bit of pop-up rainstorms. Just felt good to get in the cool temps and smell some rain.
We crossed into Colorado, and yeah, just beautiful greenery.
You know you're in Colorado, you know, for sure when you start smelling that green.
But a welcome change.
119 the Teller House Hotel, but that's closed, right? Silverton in the Rockies.
We in Silverton, we stayed in this really cool kind of
hotel.
Yeah, Avon Hotel. It was
super rustic.
If you ever come to Silverton, Colorado, come stay here. Stay in one of these old hotels. You'll totally enjoy the experience. They have all the amenities of a regular hotel, plus some.
Wooden floorboards, it creaked. It was run like a hostel, so we got to live in it like it was our own house.
Yeah. 120 years old. Because we were in the desert this morning. Gooseneck State Park, which is a super big change of scenery, because hot, windy desert, all the way to mountain weather. It's just under 50 degrees here in Silverton, so
yeah,
some really cool stuff to check out here. So I'm super stoked to share this with some of the guys. I've been here before, so I know some secret spots we're gonna take you guys to.
Mimes? Like in black and white? Like
Mine.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it. Just one.
Drinking at the Shady Lady.
We, went there for a little drink.
Yeah. 17-year-old building. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so Silverton, that was like a really cool town to stay in. It was literally felt like an old, back in time type of town, just really, they had like dirt roads.
Old-timey vibe, yeah.
Stayed the night last night in Silverton. This is our last stop in Colorado here. We kind of pulled off on a dirt road and hung around. We've just been exploring back roads and twisty roads all around the Silverton area. Yeah, we pushed the limits on on the trip. We were riding through snow. Nick had a little off, kind of hurt his shoulder, and you know, he was super toughed it out literally the whole trip.
It's right there though.
Got up into Telluride for some lunch. Headed back down into Monticello to bounce back into Utah.
Back to Colorado. We'll be back to Colorado for sure. Gotta love Colorado. I'm glad we dipped up here for a couple days. The weather actually isn't so bad, even though we're bundled up. It's like pretty nice.
Why is there a French town here?
Because it's like the Alps.
We're headed back into Utah today, so it should be pretty epic. We've had a really good couple days of riding. Super cold temps. Now we're shedding our gear, going back to the desert gear, and yeah, ready for it.
We hung out for 2 days in Moab. We tried to go to Arches National Park and it was just completely closed. We went down the Schaefer Trail. We connected to the White Rim Trail. We saw the potash ponds.
Stood on the edge of like some crazy boulders that were like down 1,000-foot cliffs. We rode our bikes on the edges. Down some crazy switchback roads that honestly would be better, you know, to be ridden on a dirt bike, but
We went to Canyonlands National Park. We connected to the White Rim Trail.
We left Canyonlands National and rode Schaefer Trail all the way back to Moab, which is one hell of a trail, especially on sports motorcycles.
Yeah. Moab, we did the most riding.
We'll be back.
We did a lot of dirt riding. We did a lot of exploring. The trails that we were like riding on the cliffs and whatnot was just unbelievable. That was like one of the coolest parts.
We left there and we head into town. We got some supplies. We went out by the Green River. Shout out to our homie Adventure Bike Mike for shooting us some locations out there. We stayed the night by the Green River. It was beautiful. We were sleeping in cow patties. There was cows everywhere coming rustling in the middle of the night to scare us.
Like, honestly, if it wasn't for Supermoto, like I'd ride with Harley guys. So everybody was really surprised when I showed up. It was sick, yeah. Epic night. That was like one of the better nights of taking night photos. Even.
Morning, waking up in Green River. We got out on the road about 8:30. We had like a 5.5 mile ride on the dirt to get the day started. Hit the Highway 70, we got all the way to Escalante.
Get back! You need baking back! You need to get back! You need this.
camping out in Bryce in a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
I'll just go grab a coffee. And then we can just hit it to Bryce and then stop for food.
We went out and we got back on the road and we headed to Bryce Canyon the next day.
Utah just has those places that make you feel like you're riding down another country.
And then after Bryce, we've been hanging out for most of today in the Dixie National Forest, which stretches quite a long ways. And if you guys haven't realized, we've been riding quite a bit of the Dixie National Forest. Yeah, we came through Gunlock today, and it was a little hot down in the valley, so we left St. George area. Came up through Gunlock and stopped by a couple of local spots that are worth stopping at just for a quick visit. And then headed up here to Enterprise, which is like a hidden gem of western Utah.
Never have a problem.
No, just don't run out. We need cab. So we're up here in the valley, just having a good night on the beach. It's
Took a
got
little
two beautiful
swim.
lakes.
Yeah.
Took a little swim, and just hanging out, having a good night.
Last night in Utah. Last night.
Last night before Nevada.
Yeah.
Before home.
Mm-hmm.
Before California.
We got a feast. Yanni came back with a whole new loaded bike, full of snacks and things for our last night.
Or even California, for that matter.
Tomorrow is going to be our last day.
Just gonna have a fire, cook some food, hang out, and enjoy the area. And then tomorrow we got a little bit more dirt. Headed back into Nevada. I started off in Nevada, touched a little bit of Arizona, some Utah, Colorado, and then back to Utah. Ground that I've already covered before, but it's kind of like seeing it all for the first time when you're on the bike.
basically on the trip we kind of went through, you know, desert. We went through Zion, you know, and all that in Utah. Then we go to Colorado. It's huge mountains, lots of green. Back to Moab, you know, it's kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I really appreciated that on this trip. It was just a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Every single kind of scenery you can imagine. We just touched every single bit of weather you can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. I mean, it didn't rain on us for long, but we got just enough rain to
Yeah.
make us put on our rain
A little
gear.
bit of
Yeah,
snow.
and
And
we
not
did-
rain. So I mean,
It snowed
a
in
little bit of
Silverton.
snow in Silverton. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got a little bit of everything. But but overall, the weather was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't ask for better weather
good.
the
Yeah.
entire trip. I've traveled all these states, but doing it on a motorcycle sure is a lot of fun. Enjoy yourself. I'm a bit.
All right, back in Panica, back in Nevada, first little town over the border.
We just live on the edge here.
One last shotgun before we part ways. So I'm taking a little bit different trips home for time reasons and maintenance reasons.
Chains are getting a little loose.
I'm getting better at that.
You're getting better.
A long one, a good one, a long one. You know how it is at the end. Just want to go to sleep in your own bed for a couple of days and get, you know, reset.
I had a blast. Thanks, boys, for having me along. Appreciate it. All the hospitality. These guys right here.
C.
Yanni and Big C. Best road trip guys guy could ask for.
Johnny and myself, we were thinking of heading back through Tonopah to Lee Vining to Sonora Pass and then going home all in one day, which is a, you know, pretty big 600-700 mile day. My chain coming home was getting a little loose, so I had to tighten it a few different times to make it. Last leg of the trip here. Went through Sonora Pass. Now I'm coming through Bagby. About to get into the Mariposa area. It's about midnight. I kind of took the long way home. Coming from Enterprise, Utah today, all the way to Fresno, California. So that's a long 700-mile day. Just made it home from the trip. We did 5 states, just under 3,000 miles. We covered a bunch of different ground. California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, then back into Utah again, Nevada, then back home. We got to see a lot of cool sights I've never seen before. Great trip, everything went good. It's always great when you can go on a fun cross-country motorcycle road trip with your buddies. Really nothing like traveling by motorcycle, seeing all the sights, smelling all the smells, and I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to do it with, so hopefully we'll have another trip planned soon. We'll see you later.